Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm excited to start on my Gyuto Chef Knife Challenge. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put a link to the challenge introduction up in the corner. I'll be building my knife with Mosaic Damascus, an integrated bolster, and a really cool connection between the handle and the knife. Here I'm putting together different layers of 1080 and 15N20 steel to make my Damascus billet. Just a reminder, folks, this is a voting challenge. You, the viewers, get to vote which build you like the best. So check out the link down in the description and in the comments and go vote. As you can see, I had a few problems on this build. This is the first one, but you'll see what I do with that extra piece in a little while. Remember that extra piece that fell off? Well, here it is, and I've decided to twist it and then forge weld it to the bottom of the final billet. In hindsight, I wish I would have twisted this about twice as much just to get a finer pattern, but it works out okay. And now back to the mosaic billet. I've cut this so I can restack it to get a cooler pattern. After cutting and etching this one, I wasn't really thrilled with the pattern, so I decided to restack it again. And now for one more restack just to get a really nice repeating pattern before I cut it up into tiles and do the final mosaic. Because the pattern is on the end of the billet, I've sliced it up at about 30-degree angles and tiled them out. Now we're going to weld them and repress them down and get our final billet. Here's the final forged mosaic billet. If you look closely, you can see the pattern because I've etched it here. Now it's time to add that twist to the bottom, forge weld that, and that'll be our final billet. It's time to forge in that integral bolster.
Hey folks, I hope you liked this build. I had a great time doing it. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank all the other participants in the challenge. It's been an amazing experience. When Aaron from A. Knives approached me to help organize this challenge, I never thought we would get the people in it that we do. And some of these guys are ones that I've followed since I started. So it's an honor being in a challenge with them, and it's a bit surreal.
Now it's time to move on to hammer work at the anvil. Now it's time to make the nut that will secure the handle to the knife. I've got a piece of Damascus from the Mosaic chucked up in the lathe, and we're going to make that nut at the end. Now we're back on the knife. Now that it's done forging, we're going to take all the scale off and move over to the grinder and refine the shape. Now it's time to heat treat this knife. That's what's going to give it its real life, and we can then give it a really nice, sharp, fine edge. The blade had a very slight warp in it, but we'll fix that in a little bit. Now I'm also heat treating the pommel nut, just so that it etches exactly the same as the blade. So I tried grinding on this a little bit to take the warp out, but I found that the whole thing is kind of curving, and there's kind of two warps on this. So I need to put this back in the temper. So I'm going to apply some pressure here, try to straighten it out, and see if I can do it in the temper. So I'll do a couple temper cycles and see if that works. So here it is after the temper cycle. It came out perfectly straight. I'm really happy about that. And it's lined up with the bolster, which it wasn't before, so it's pretty much perfect now. Had to do 2 temper cycles, but let's get to grinding. So here it is after almost the final grind. It's really thin. It's about 0.05 at the top here. I screwed up a bit doing that bolster, so it went a little thinner than I wanted, but it'll be fine. Okay, the blade is sanded to 1000. We are ready for the etch. For the handle material, I've selected this maple burl dyed a bluey purple color, which I think looks incredible. Now it's time for the final glue up. This will lock everything in place. I saved some powder when I was grinding the handle so I can mix with the epoxy. I had to do some grinding on the bolster area just so that it would meet up nice and flush with the handle. Here I'm using clear nail polish to protect the wood because I need to re-etch the bolster. I'll remove that later with some acetone. All right, folks, are you ready for the final reveal?
Please go vote and check out all the videos. You guys watching is the real win, so please go check out all the videos, take the survey, take a look. We all had a super fun time doing this, and I hope you guys had fun time watching the builds. Thanks, folks. We'll see you on the next one.